Thanks for tuning into Don's Breakfast Cereal Show. Tonight we're showing the last 5 chapters of The Green Hornet Strikes Again. Now there was a Green Hornet serial before this. We will show that later on. Coming up is going to be a Batman and Robin special month. We might run it. 2 of them back-to-back serials. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you at the end of this one because this is a full show of them minus me. So thanks again. I'll be back. Bye-bye.
Who's the boss of the outfit? I don't belong to no outfit. I'm just a hired hand here. Stop! Here's a man. But he's dead. Why, it's Gall. He's the man who's supposed to have bought all this property.
Supposed to? What do you mean, supposed to?
Well, you got me. There's something crooked about the whole deal.
You're not badly hurt, sir.
No. But it was a close call.
Too bad that accident happened to Mr. Fulton's property.
Yes. The loss of the rig is a serious blow. But he's got his well back. And he'll have his note back soon.
You got the note?
Yes. I'm going to give it to Fulton as soon as I get back to the apartment. You wake him up. I'll wait in the garage for your signal.
Are you awake, Mr. Fulton?
Yes, Cato. I must have been very tired to have slept so long.
If you will step into the living room, I will prepare some food.
Thank you, Cato. Is Mr. Reed in?
Not yet, sir.
And
Hold it. The Green Hornet. Get away from that door. Back up to the wall, both of you. Here's that note you were tricked into signing.
where? How did you get it?
Never mind that. My getting it destroyed your rig.
My rig was destroyed.
Yes, but your well is undamaged, and you still have a month to get it back into production and pay off your indebtedness.
Why, this note, when I signed it, was due on the 31st.
It was changed to the 1st by means of disappearing ink.
What's your interest in this?
That's my business.
Well, it's my business to know what you expect to get out of this.
Get in the other room, both of you. I'll handle this spalpeen. I finally caught you, Hornet. Now I'll soon settle you. Hold this door shut.
But the Hornet!
Hold this door shut till I get me gun. Stand back. Sure 'tis Michael Axford will take over now. Well, he's locked at the spalpeen. Your keys, Cato. Hurry. Oh. You butterfingers, give way. Now, come on, open it. Hurry up. Cut it. Cato, nobody can walk through solid walls unless he's a spook. But he's done it.
You think the Hornet is supernatural?
I wouldn't put it past him. And to think I was face to face with him and me without a gun.
What's all the excitement, boys?
The Green Hornet was here, himself in person, and got away.
Well, what could he possibly want here?
He was looking for me.
It calls for an explanation.
Oh, it was about that note I signed. He gave it back to me.
Let's all go in the other room where we can sit down and talk it over. So, the Green Hornet brought you back your note, eh, Fulton?
Yes, Reed, but now that I have it, what shall I do with it?
We'll pay it back when it comes due.
You're right. The extra 30 days my note has to run will enable me to save my investment. Thanks for all you've done for me, Reed. I certainly appreciate it.
Good night. Good night.
Oh, sure, 'tis a black day for me, so it is. To have the Green Hornet so close to me and then let him slip through me fingers.
Ah, Michael, if you don't catch the Green Hornet, I don't know who will.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Boy, that was a narrow escape, Cato. I didn't expect Axford back so soon.
Yes, and I never knew Axford to be without his gun before.
I wonder how much longer I'll be able to keep up this dual role.
Long enough to finish what you have set out to do, I hope, Mr. Britt.
Had some close calls lately, but I've got to keep up this thing until I run down the head of the crime syndicate.
Can you imagine that, boss? They estimate last night's haul at over 100 grand.
And not one of the hijackers was caught?
Nary a one. They vanished into the night just like the Green Hornet does. Say, that gives me an idea. Do you suppose that...
Michael, the Green Hornet would have to be a Superman to get mixed up in half of the things you accuse him of.
Laugh if you want to. But it's my theory the Hornet's got something to do with this hijacking racket.
I'm willing to bet that he hasn't.
How are you going to prove he hasn't?
How are you going to prove he has?
Well,
Michael, you should know better than to slander the Green Hornet when Case is around.
You know, sometimes I almost believe she's in cahoots with the night-riding devil.
Well, he'd better stay out of this deal. I heard the police were tipped off.
The police?
Yeah. The state police were tipped off this morning. There's going to be a big hijack job pulled up on a coast road tonight.
I'll tell Gunnigan to have you cover it.
Thanks, boss. I'll go out and get more dope on it right now.
Oh, wait a minute, Michael.
Well, don't you think I ought to go with the kid?
No, I have another plan.
What's that?
Michael, that hijack gang is very efficient. They proved that by the size of the haul and by the fact that not one of them was captured.
So?
Well, it just doesn't seem reasonable that a gang like that would allow a tip-off.
Well, I know, but the state coppers got one.
Sure they did. But how do we know it isn't a phony? Misleading the police so that they can pull a job somewhere else.
By golly, it might be.
Now, what other road would be left unguarded?
Well, the inland highway, of course.
Yes, that's it. And I'm betting that's where the action's going to be tonight.
Well, I better tell Lowry that.
No, let him go. I may be wrong. So we can cover both roads between us, you see.
Well, what time will we be leaving?
Right after dinner. We'll hit the inland highway just before dark, and we'll patrol it from one end to the other.
You stay here. I'm going to watch those fellows from the edge of the bank.
I'll be right on the job if anything happens. Here it comes.
All right, you, get out. Come on. Now do as you're told, buddy, and you won't get hurt. All right, you guys, tie him up and put him in that truck.
I was right, Michael. They're hijacking that truck.
The nerve of them, right on the public highway.
Yeah, it's their nerve that helps them get away with it. Looks like an ordinary breakdown, transferring goods from one truck to the other.
Well, shouldn't we be doing something about it?
Now, for the time being, we'll just watch. They've finished. Now they'll drive the empty truck somewhere and abandon it.
Well, what'll we be doing about it?
We'll try to find out where they take the stolen goods, if we can. Come on. We'll trail them at a safe distance. Tailing us with the lights out.
Oh, yeah? We'll find out who's in it.
Hold it, Mike. I'll be back.
Stop that shooting, you fools! Get out of that car.
Well, if it isn't my old friend Accident. And the other guy must have been Britt Reed. Well, Dolan will get him.
Says you.
Get out of that car.
What was that?
Must have been him. We missed him.
Well, come on.
Why don't we leave this guy in the ditch?
Because we can use him to trap Reed. If Tolan and Lefty don't get him,
What do we do with Reed's car?
leave it to the other boys. And quit asking questions. Help me get this mug in the car.
Hello, Mr. Reed's apartment.
Hello, Cato.
Yes, Mr. Reed.
Bring Black Beauty and the Green Hornet outfit. Pick me up just off the inland highway, a mile north of Greendale. And hurry.
Yes, sir, at once.
Cut your lights. Turn to the right and keep going until you come to a big farmhouse.
Who are you? The Green Hornet.
What do you want?
Where did the other men go?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would. And I'm going to, even if I have to use this gun.
No, don't. I'll tell. They went to the Harbor Road after a truckload of silk.
Who's in charge of the job?
A fellow named DeLuca.
Who's his boss?
I don't know. DeLuca rented this place for me, and that's the only one I know.
Hey!
Dirty devils. I fix them.
There they are. I recognize their car. They're just getting away with that truck. After them. Stop this truck. that truck. After them. Stop this truck.
The rope, Hornet! Catch it!
Oh, thanks.
That was a very bad place to fall.
It could have been worse. I jumped just as the truck went over the edge.
The men who were fighting with you in the truck?
They're still alive. I saw the guard pulling the driver who was gassed out of the cab.
The police?
They'll get the hijackers and the truckload of silk. Come on.
And when I finally broke the cords they had me tied with, I was going to call the police when I heard a siren, and along they came.
Yes, Michael. As soon as I escaped, I called the police and told them to go out to the farmhouse. Well, that's another racket smashed.
You know, there's just one thing that troubles me. When I finally got my eyes open, this was in front of me.
The seal of the Green Hornet. That's odd.
Odd, you say? Ay, Gory, it's magic.
Yes, all right. I guess we can depend on those truckmen.
Sure, they don't know a thing.
Our agent across the border is waiting for a consignment of 6, 8, and 12-cylinder motors for the equipment of mechanized units.
We can't buy service motors unless we make a statement of their destination.
We're not going to buy them. We're going to collect them.
We won't get away with it if this rag the Sentinel continues to interfere. Did you read that?
Ordine, you talk too much and do too little. You were detailed to take care of Britt Reed months ago.
I'd have got him, too, if the Green Hornet hadn't interfered.
Yes, that's right. The Green Hornet, a lone wolf who plays your own game and makes monkeys out of all of you.
Oh,
that's enough. Now for the getting of these motors. It's got to be done efficiently and quickly, and finished before the police can organize to combat it. I have here a list of recent purchases of motors of the type we need, with duplicate keys to the door and ignition of their cars.
Kay, send in Lowry, please.
Yes, sir. Chief wants you, Lowry.
This your yarn, Lowry?
Yep, fresh from police headquarters. Boss, that gang struck in every corner of town at the same time. 20 cars disappeared before the police were even on the move.
Well, what do they say down at headquarters?
Oh, the usual thing. Arrest expected any minute.
Evidently, this is the work of the crime syndicate. The fact that only certain types of cars were stolen indicates that they were wanted for some particular purpose.
That's right. I've got a list of the missing cars up to an hour ago.
Good.
So you think your new car's as fast as the Green Hornet?
As fast as it? Sure, I'll overhaul that murdering bandit like his jalopy was tied to a hitching post. Come on out with me now and take a spin. I'll prove it to you.
Sorry, man of action. I have work to do.
Well, tomorrow then.
Okay. If it isn't stolen by then. Of course, you know what's happening to a lot of new cars, don't you?
Take my word for it, Casey. The Green Hornet is behind these car stealings. And 'tis Michael Axford who will be right on his heels.
Mm-hmm.
Krogan's men outside.
Bring them in.
Hello, Haggis.
Hi.
You know Bordine?
How are you? Hello. You guys are overdoing this car stealing racket. Why try to get them all at once?
Special order for a certain type of motors. That's why we're here. A lot of the owners of these motors we're after happen to be customers of yours.
Oh, I do only part of it. After all, my racket here is safe. Drinking, dancing, gambling. Leaving careless customers with their fat wallets.
Listen, Haggis, Krogan didn't put you in this dump to run it your way.
I told you Krogan wanted help, and if we can't get it from you, we'll make arrangements to take this layout over.
Fellas, I was just kidding. After all, anything Krogan wants done.
That's better.
We'll put a couple of our men here tonight to pick up the cars we want. Your job will be to see that the customers don't make a discovery in time to squawk.
Surely the car'd do 100 if you hadn't squawked.
If I hadn't squawked, you wouldn't have a car by now.
All right, Casey. Now, just to keep peace in the family, I'll buy you a drink of soda pop.
Haggis isn't the right man to run a place like this.
No, he's got no nerve. I'm surprised the chief put him in charge.
Well, what's the matter? Who are those men?
Two of the murdering thugs that tied me up at Miss Grayson's house. Oh, sure, if I didn't have you here, I could bag them both.
I'm sure you could, Michael.
Well, we better report this place to Reed. Come on. But, Reed, I tell you, I am right. It was two of the outfit we met up with at the Grayson house, and they were saying that the boss was making a mistake to let this fella Haggis run the joint.
Haggis? You mean the guy that runs a nightclub on the Camden Road?
Sure, that's the place.
You know him, Lowry?
I know the place, but that club angle is just a front for the undercover gambling.
Sounds like the place needs looking over. Michael, suppose you and I go out there tonight.
Well, they'll spot you two as reporters and you won't find out anything. Why don't you take me with you and we'll look like real customers?
Sure, Casey wants to step out in the nightlife.
That's a very good idea, too. Case, Michael will call for you at 9 o'clock tonight. I'll be wearing a tuxedo.
Yes, sir.
And that goes for you, too.
Oh, for All right, Reed. Casey's down in the car.
I'll be right down, Michael.
You understand what you're to do, Cato?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Case.
Hello.
Let's go.
Remember, you're not going to a fire.
Something more, sir? Car keys to 6X1941 black sedan.
6X what?
6X1941.
Back seat and keep out of sight. Miss Case and I are going to look around.
All right, sir.
Brett Reed just drove up. He's going to the club right now with a girl.
Great. This is just the chance we've been waiting for. He mustn't leave here alive.
We've got to take care of Reed's car, Dolan.
Yeah, that won't be so easy. Mike Axford is watching it.
Look like a den of thieves. Looks like a respectable place.
That's what it's supposed to look like. Two, please. We better order so we'll look like customers.
Jerry's serving him at a table near the door.
Can't do anything out there. Have him paged. Tell him he's wanted on the phone in here.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Go on and have him paged.
Shall we dance?
Why not?
All for Mr. Reed. All for Mr. Brett Reed. Here.
Telephone call, Mr. Reed. The phone's in the office over there.
Thank you. I'll be right in. Will you excuse me for a moment?
I don't like this. Nobody knows you're here.
Yes, Cato knows. I'll be right back.
He's coming. The girl went outside. Come in, Mr. Reed. Phone's right here. Thank you.
Put your hands in the air, Reed. Stay where you are.
What's the meaning of all this?
Shut up. See if he's got a gun.
What's it, Casey?
Come inside, quick. I think Mr. Reed's in trouble.
Get in the car, sister. If you scream, you're finished. Come on, get going.
You interfered with us for the last time, Reed.
Can't be as bad as that. There are too many people in there for a killing.
There isn't going to be any killing here. Where's your car?
Up by the rear door.
All right, get a rope.
You know, I came prepared for trouble. One of my men's waiting outside.
Mike Axford and your secretary have been taken away from here a while ago.
You seem to have planned this very well.
You plan everything well.
Here's the rope.
All right, time up. Go ahead and time up.
What is it, Mr. Britt? They've carried off Case and Axford.
Carried off? Where?
The Green Hornet has to find out. I'll force one of them to show me where they've taken Case and Axford.
We'll go in this car?
No, I'll go in one of theirs. You follow.
I understand.
You know what Reed's escape means to us. He'll get the police.
No, he won't. Reed won't dare make a move against you as long as we've got Axford and the girl.
You got him safe. Where were they taken?
To the warehouse where we're packing the motors. Axford goes out of there in a box when we ship him. We'll hold the girl to bring Reed to terms.
You can do what you like with the big Irishman. He's given me plenty of trouble. But I'm cutting in on those stolen motors.
The Green Hornet.
Lower your voice. Now, where are those motors? Talk fast.
All right, Hornet. I'll talk.
Now, you're going to answer my questions.
Don't shoot. I'll tell. The motors are in a warehouse down on Grant Street.
All right, start moving.
Where?
To your car. We're going to that warehouse.
Step on it, you guys. We gotta get these motors on board ship tonight.
What about these explosives?
They go in the other truck. Somebody from the chief. What's this?
A couple of snoopers to be taken care of. Lock the door.
This is Grant Street. Where's the warehouse? 6 blocks down, on the left side of the street.
Hey, Dolan. Run this truck in the shed and bring in the red one. We'll load these cases of explosives.
Why don't you try doing some work yourself sometime?
Get going.
There'll be another box aboard that red truck. Go on, get over there, Irish.
You dirty mug. Turn the girl loose or I'll...
The girl will be taken care of.
Open up. It's the police.
The police.
Open up.
Somebody from the chief. What's this?
A couple of snoopers to be taken care of. Lock the door.
This is Grant Street. Where's the warehouse? 6 blocks down, on the left side of the street.
Hey, Dolan. Run this truck in the shed and bring in the red one. We'll load these cases of explosives.
Why don't you try doing some work yourself sometime?
Get going.
There'll be another box aboard that red truck. Go on, get over there, Irish.
You dirty mug. Turn the girl loose or I'll...
The girl will be taken care of.
Open up. It's the police.
The police.
Open up.
Quick, both of you.
The Hornet.
Oh, if I only had my hands free.
Quick, get out of here.
You're not hurt, sir?
I'm all right.
Quick, this way.
Michael. It looks like the Green Hornet did you a good turn last night down at the Grant Street warehouse.
Ah, sure, he was just trying to get on me good side so I'd lay off trying to run him down.
Boss, if I got a story.
What is it?
A new angle on the big fire last night.
You mean the one down at the Crawford warehouse?
Yeah, I went down to the Ruins trying to get a story from Crawford.
Any luck?
No, he wouldn't talk to me, but he talked to this guy plenty, his watchman.
Jasper Vale, sentenced for arson, paroled 6 months ago. You mean he was the watchman at the warehouse that burned?
That's right. I recognized him and dug his picture out of the morgue.
Paroled Officer Russell Spencer. Case.
Get me Russell Spencer down at the parole office, please.
Yes, sir.
Lowry, I think you've got something here. Crawford has had 3 fires in the last 6 months. Just the length of time this fellow Vale's been out of the pen.
Mr. Reed calling Russell Spencer. Just a minute.
Yes, Case.
I have Mr. Spencer for you.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello, Mr. Spencer. This is Britt Reed of the Sentinel. I'm trying to locate a man by the name of Jasper Vale. Oh, he did? Thank you. He just left Spencer's office to go to Crawford's home. He's still working for Crawford.
Holy crow, we'll nab him at Crawford's house and bring him here.
Oh, wait a minute. You get over there, and when he leaves, trail him.
Okay.
Right.
This is Crawford talking. Listen, Colgan, I just had a call from Harrington, the adjuster. He says they're holding up payment of the claim.
That claim is airtight, Crawford. If you did what I told you to do, we have nothing to worry about.
They must have some reason for holding up the payment. They may have found something.
Listen, Crawford, your job is to collect that insurance. See that you do it. What's that? Of course we're going to pull off the job tonight.
Crawford will make more money on this deal than he ever made in his life, and he's squawking, eh?
He's afraid some of that merchandise may have been discovered. Huh. How could it be discovered? That stuff's on its way to Europe.
Those foreign agents sure work fast.
Hi, Vale.
Hi, Con.
Say, did you have any trouble down there at the parole office?
For the sakes. I told Spencer I'm still working with Crawford. Looks like everything's here.
Yeah, it's all here, all ready to roll.
Gasoline, Excelsior, waste. Looks like it's all there.
Yep. It's all set. Now, you better get going. The boys will have the warehouse almost cleaned out by the time you get there.
Hey, how's about a lantern? You know, I always work with a lantern.
Wait a minute. I've got one in there. We'll see you down the warehouse.
Okay.
I'll lock up.
That's Vale in that truck.
Where's he going?
To some warehouse. But Dolan and that other crook, DeLuca, had that truck loaded with something, and I'm betting it's dynamite.
Come on, we better follow him.
Well, what's the alibi?
We were chasing the truck. It's loaded with dynamite.
Yeah? Well, what are you loaded with?
Now, look, officer. My name is Axford. Michael Axford. I used to be on the force myself.
Well, well, well. That's a funny thing. I used to be in the pickle business. But that doesn't give me the right to run around in a vinegar barrel. Where's your license?
You believe that Crawford is a party to the conspiracy?
Undoubtedly. He fires an honest watchman to hire Vail, a paroled convict. Then come a series of fires, covered by insurance on merchandise that had been removed previously from the warehouse.
If Axford and Lowry are right, those crooks are going to pull off something big tonight.
The Green Hornet's going to find out where Vail delivered that truckload of explosives.
Then we are riding to
Crawford's home, 1762 Oakdale. I think that gentleman can be induced to give the Green Hornet some valuable information.
Rogan, this is Crawford. I don't think we ought to pull that thing off tonight.
Will you get this through your head, Crawford? Nobody will know you're connected with this deal. When we took over control of the Continental Warehouse, I had everything made out in Bourdain's name. You've got his bill of sale to you, haven't you?
Yes, I got it right here. But that isn't the thing.
Wait here.
All right, Krogan. I'll put this bill of sale in the safe tonight, then I'll see you.
Hold it, Crawford. I'll take that bill of sale.
Who are you and what do you want? Green Hornet.
Yes, the Green Hornet, Crawford. And you know I don't stand for any foolishness. Hand it over. So, Mr. Bourdain has taken over controlling interest in the Continental Warehouse and secretly given you a bill of sale.
What business is that of yours?
Plenty. I've got several things to settle with Mr. Bourdain.
What are you going to do with that?
Keep it.
What for?
For my information. I'm cutting myself in.
Cutting in? On what?
On your arson racket.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not mixed up in any arson racket.
That being the case, you won't mind my calling the police.
The police? What for?
Because you'll either cut me in or I'll expose your racket.
You wouldn't dare call the police. You're just as big a racketeer as any of us.
Then you admit you are a racketeer.
I don't admit anything.
It's up to you. Operator, get me the police.
Wait! Don't call the police. I'll cut you in.
Now you're talking sense. What warehouse is Vail firing tonight?
The one on Locust Street and Edge Hill Road.
That's all I wanted to know. Send the police quickly. 1762 Oakdale Avenue. It's the warehouse at Locust and Edgehill. Step on it, Cato. We may be too late now.
How soon will Vail be back? As soon as he establishes an alibi.
I'd better take the flashlight. You stand by in case I signal.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the last of it.
Good. Take it away, Jack. You fellas go with the truck.
That sure was a big job. 16 truckloads of stuff.
Yeah.
we'll get down to the car and beat it.
Yeah, wait a minute. What about Al?
He's inside. I'm leaving him here till Vale gets back. I want him to take a last look around and see that everything's all right.
I get it.
Warehouse ablaze, Locust Street and Edge Hill Road. Warehouse ablaze, Locust Street and Edge Hill Road.
Get me to a telephone, quickly.
Police department.
Investigate the fire now burning in the Continental warehouse. You'll find empty packing cases heavily insured. Also, evidence indicating arson.
Who is this?
No mention of the Hornet being in the warehouse. Do you think the Sentinel's covering him up?
No, Al is the only one who knew he was there, and Al isn't talking.
It's a lucky thing I got Crawford away before the police arrived at his home.
We still don't know how much Crawford told the Hornet.
The Hornet sure wrecked our insurance deal.
He wouldn't have if I'd followed my hunch and put Ferranti on the job.
You must have a lot of confidence in Ferranti, making him head of the building association.
Why shouldn't I have? He's put over everything I've asked him to.
But he's got a bad reputation.
That's what helps him grab control and hold it.
The association members don't want him.
Well, they've got him. If we lost control of the association, we'd lose a cool $1 million. But Ferranti will swing them into line or wreck it.
Oh, I'm afraid the Sentinel will blast him clear out of town.
Oh, no, they won't. They won't dare attack the association or anything it does.
I hope you're right.
A newspaper has other obligations, Gunnigan, besides news. It has a duty to the public. You know, freedom of the press doesn't mean much unless we use that freedom, and for the public good.
But an editorial attack on the head of a big association is dynamite.
He's head of that association because of force, not because they want him. Ferranti is a known racketeer, and the Sentinel's going to keep on telling the people that until he's thrown out.
Well, all the men working under him are on the level.
Of course they are, but they're scared stiff.
I don't blame him. Ferranti doesn't use kid gloves.
Brass knuckles are more his style.
I just got a phone call. It's about Ferranti.
From whom?
A guy that wouldn't give his name. I just happened to answer a phone in the city room.
Will you please learn to get to the point?
Holy crow, I will if you'll let me.
Take it easy, Michael.
The guy said he called because the Sentinel was trying to toss Ferranti out of the association, and he wanted to help.
Well, what does he propose doing?
Well, I don't know, but he wants me to meet him in the Dark Canyon Road tonight. He told me to come in a car alone and to blink me lights twice.
All right, go ahead.
Will I go, Reed?
Yes, if you can get anything on Ferranti, you're in line for a bonus. You'll be there and right on time.
Yes, sir.
Time to move.
Everything is ready, sir.
Axford's heading into something. He may need help.
You mean to be there before him?
Yes. Black Beauty all set?
Yes, sir.
Good. Whatever happens, the Green Hornet's going to have a hand in it. Slow down. Axford's swinging off the road. Park under those trees ahead and stand by. I'll go closer and watch.
Are you the reporter?
Yeah, Sentinel. I blinked me lights twice, like you told me.
All right, get out.
I'll wait till I get me flash.
Never mind your flash.
Well, holy crow, I got to have a look at you.
Nix. I'll give it to you in the dark.
Who are you?
I'm not saying.
But you have got dirt on Ferranti.
Plenty. If he knew it, he'd have me rubbed out.
All right, what is it?
Well, Ferranti's stealing money from the Builders Association.
He gets a salary of $10,000 a year, but he's building a house worth $100,000 out of 648 Woodlawn.
Oh, sure, Ferrand, he'd have to register his name.
Well, it's a dummy outfit. But it's his house, I tell you.
All right, smart guy. Don't move.
Same goes for you, too, Snoopy.
It's Ferrandi's men. They've got guns.
That's right, Hanson. And we got orders to use them, too.
So, you're shooting off your mouth. Well, it's just too bad.
You can't get away with this.
We're going to. And what's more, we're going to take care of you, too. A Snoopy reporter's just as bad as a squealer.
What's going on there? Oh, hello, Mike. What's up? Sure, one fellow shot and the other fellow's knocked out. One of them ought to go to the hospital and the other to headquarters for questioning.
Yes, I know all about that. We know what to do. Now pull yourself together and tell us what happened.
Oh, sure. The whole 12 of them jumped me together.
Pretty good story, Lowry.
Thank you, my public.
Yes. Yes, sir. Boss wants you, Lowry.
Aha!
Did you check on the dope Axford got from Hanson?
Yes, there's a house being built at that address on Woodlawn by a man named Breeden. I checked, but there's no tie between him and Ferrani.
Yeah, but there must be.
Yeah, I know there must be. But try and prove it.
Who is this fellow named Breeden?
Nobody in particular. Here's his prison address.
Good reading there?
Yes. What name, please?
Never mind, I'll announce myself. Which one of you guys is Reed?
My name's Reed.
Pretty young to be running a paper like the Sentinel. Yeah, ain't bad. My name is...
I know your name, and I don't like it. What do you want here, Ferrandi?
Pretty snappy story you run about me this morning, wasn't it? I come up to tell you I don't like it, see?
So you don't like it, eh?
No. I run the association, see? This stuff's bad for the public. They might think the association don't want me to be boss. They might think I'm running a racket.
And you're not, of course.
Of course not. The association made me boss, and they're going to keep me.
Get this, Ferrandi. You're a racketeer, and the Sentinel's going to prove it. We're going to pin you up in headlines for the whole city to see.
You don't say.
One of your guerrillas shot a man the other night. That man's in the hospital.
So what?
So this. That man's going to talk, and plenty.
You mean Hanson?
Yes. What are you grinning about?
The Sentinel won't get no story. Hanson's dead. He died a few minutes ago. You can't get a story from a dead man, can you?
Well, with Hanson gone, that leaves Axford's word against Snipes. You know what a clever lawyer would do with Axford.
You don't have to tell me.
Sentinel's up a tree.
Have the police released Snipe yet?
Yes, Ferrandi's lawyer showed up with a writ of habeas corpus.
Oh, Ferranti will get Snipe out of town fast.
Which leaves us exactly nothing.
Of course, there's Axford's theory.
What, another one?
No, the same one.
Oh.
Hello, Breeden. This is the Green Hornet.
The Hornet? Why, what do you want with me?
I know all about the game you're playing with Ferrandi.
Why, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. And I'm going to cut in. You're going to sell me that house. Cheap.
Sell it to you? Why, you're crazy. Ferranti'd kill me.
I've made up my mind, Breeden. I'll be seeing you. Got the bill of sale ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, keep your gloves on so there won't be any fingerprints on it. All right, let's go.
Where to?
Ferranti's office. I learned about him today. He'll be there. See, today was payday for Ferranti. That's Ferranti's office where the light is. He's due for a surprise. Are you sure you put a light charge in the gas gun?
Yes, sir. It will knock a person out for a few moments only.
Good. Wait here.
You're taking a big chance grabbing association funds.
Quit you worrying. Nobody checks up on me. I get everything my own way. Could even get away with murder on this job. Yeah? This is Ferranti. Didn't I tell you not to call me? You know what the Sentinel's trying to prove? You want to fix it for him?
I had to call you. The Green Hornet phoned me a little while ago.
The Green Hornet, huh?
Yes. Wanted me to play ball with him.
Oh. So the Hornet wanted you to join up with him, huh? Well, get this, Breeden. That house belongs to me and you work for me, understand? So don't try any funny business or it'll be curtains.
Ferranti! A Green Hornet!
What is this? No guy in a mask is gonna...
Careful.
What do you want?
That money.
Belongs to the association.
That didn't stop you from taking it.
Killed him.
No, I haven't. He's only gassed. Get back. I made a little deal with Breeden, and I don't want any interference.
Breeden and Hornet.
By the time Ferranti comes to, everything will be settled. Now put the rest of that money in the bag and hurry. Ferranti's getting off easy. He's not only a racketeer and a murderer, but he's wrecking an association of honest working men, undermining its morale, murdering those who protest. Don't try to follow me, or you'll get what he did.
Ferranti! Ferranti!
The money is in that bag?
Yes. I'd like to turn it over to charity, but it belongs to the Builders Association. The best way to get it back to them is to carry out our plan.
Then we will go to Mr. Breeden's?
Yes, quickly.
No, it's no trick, officer. The Hornet said he'd be here. Yes, that's right. Well, hurry, please. Who's there?
Open up, Breeden.
Who is it?
I've come from Ferranti.
Ferranti? Oh, yes, just a second. The Hornet.
I said I'd be seeing you.
You don't need that gun? Listen.
You listen. Remember what I told you?
I can't play ball with you, Hornet. Ferranti'd skin me alive.
Breeden and the Hornet are working together. Breeden's double-crossed you.
I'll fix that rat.
But what about the Hornet?
I'll fix him too.
You said something about the house.
I'm going to buy it.
You can't do that. It's Ferranti's.
Who did you start to say?
Ferranti. He sunk dough in it.
The Sentinel said it was Ferranti's, but he denied it.
I can't help that. Hello. Oh, sure, he's not in there, and he don't answer just when I need him most.
Who are you calling?
Reed.
For what?
Well, I just had word from headquarters. Breeden's called the police.
Breeden? Why?
The Green Hornet's going to call on him.
Then what are you standing here for?
Well,
Why don't you go out there and cover it?
Well, I
You
was...
flat-footed imitation of a reporter. Get going.
Yes.
Well, who does the house belong to?
Ferranti.
I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm acting as his cover-up, so the law won't grab him for using association funds.
Well, from now on, you're acting for me. I've got a bill of sale with me, and you're going to sign it. Why do you keep watching that clock?
I was just looking.
You're trying to pull a fast one.
I'm not. Honest.
Open it.
Inside Chisler.
Ferranti! I thought it was the cops.
You and the Hornet, eh? Pulling a fast one. Well, I'm gonna get him too. Where is he?
He's not here. I didn't.
What's that? It's my dough, ain't it?
I couldn't help it. He made me. He had a gun.
What do you think this is, a water pistol? All I know is you and the Hornet crossed me up. Well, now I'm going to...
Hold it, Ferranti.
Easy, boys. This Hornet's a slippery one. Now, here's what we better do.
Help me get him out of here.
We can't go that way. The police are in front.
Where's Ferranti's car?
In back, behind the garage.
We'll take him out that way.
I'll go in first and run him out, and you'll be watching for him.
Okay, Irish. Get going.
Where is he? Are you an officer? I'm as good as one. Where? You came just in time. Ferranti tried to shoot me. Ferranti?
This driveway, which goes past the front of the house, is the only way out.
You try to draw off the police while I make my getaway.
Ferranti's been stealing association funds. I can prove it. I can prove the Hanson murder, too. Ferranti planned it. Holy crow, why didn't you say that before when I asked you? Because my life wasn't in danger then, but now it is.
The Hornet's car. He must have got away from Axford.
Suffering snakes, the Green Hornet. I was forgetting all about him. You wait here till I come back. Hornet, where is he?
That's what we want to know.
There he goes. Oh, wait a minute. I got a prisoner in there by the name of Breeden. Hold him for me. You follow the Hornet. I'll come after you in my own car. is he?
That's what we want to know.
There he goes. Oh, wait a minute. I got a prisoner in there by the name of Breeden holding for me. You follow the Hornet. I'll come after you in my own car. That'll be the finish of the Green Hornet.
There's a reward offered for his capture.
Sure, and I'm collecting it.
That's not the Green Hornet. That's Ferranti, boss of the Builders Association. And he's dead.
But by golly, the Hornet's here someplace. I seen him driving the car. By golly, Albert, that's the Hornet stealing me new car. Oh, beautiful car. That dirty...
Say, that was the Green Hornet, all right. Here's his seal. Climb in, we'll get him.
Get him? With him driving my car, sure we haven't got a chance.
You think Ferranti could have been head of the crime syndicate?
No, I'm sure he's not. He's taking his orders from someone higher up. Look, I found this in his pocket.
Who is this Krogan?
I don't know, but I think the Sentinel could find out. Someone sent it an anonymous letter.
I understand.
Was this in the mail case?
No, Mr. Reed. A boy delivered it. I asked him to wait, but he ran out. I think they should read international, not national. International enterprises is a big concern.
Send Lowry in to me, and then get me International's phone number.
Yes, sir.
Well, Chief, we're in the clear.
Have you seen Breeden?
Yes, he'll not involve us. He'll stick to his story and blame everything on Ferranti.
Good. Then we've nothing to fear from the police or the press.
Mr. Britt Reed of the Sentinel on the phone.
Hold it a minute.
You can't talk to him.
I think you'd better. If you don't, he'll wonder why.
You're right. We're in the clear on this Ferranti business. Hello, Reed. Grogan speaking.
Yes, Krogan. The Sentinel's running a series of articles on local industries. We'd like to have an interview with you.
Certainly, Reed. I'd be glad to cooperate. Why not come for the interview yourself?
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to meet you, but if I can't come, I'll send one of my best men, Mr. Lowry. All right, goodbye.
You need to know how good I am, boss.
You'll have to prove how good you are on this job. If this anonymous letter means anything, there's a connection between Krogan and the crime syndicate.
Suffering snakes. Maybe Krogan's the Green Hornet. Let me talk to him. Sure, I've seen the Hornet so often I know just what he looks like behind the mask.
I'm afraid Krogan isn't the Hornet, Michael. And we'll let Lowry do the talking.
Oh, but I've seen him so many times.
All right. You've also seen the members of the crime syndicate. Now, while he's in Krogan's office, you watch the building. If any of those men come out...
I'll nab the spalpeen.
You'll do nothing of the kind. You'll trail them. Find out where they go and report to me. Now, on your way, both of you.
Oh,
You heard him.
I'll bounce a knuckle off your skull.
I have a strong suspicion that the Sentinel has discovered something connecting international enterprises with our syndicate.
Sure, and when Reed starts anything, he never quits.
If Reed suspects us, he'll have the building watched.
Yeah, and he and his reporters know me and some of the other men by sight.
That's what I'm getting at. Stay away from this building. Communicate with me through Kane's office. Now clear out before that reporter gets here.
That's the building over there.
Suffering snakes.
What's the matter?
You getting punchy? There's one of them now.
Go ahead, follow him. Make sure he don't spot you.
You're telling me, a veteran sleuth, you young smart aleck.
It's time Reed was here if he's coming.
Mr. Lowry of the Sentinel to see you.
Lowry, I thought so. Reed is too cagey to come himself.
You gonna let this reporter get away?
Of course. He won't get anything from me. Keep under cover. Send Mr. Lowry in.
Mr. Krogan?
Mr. Lowry? Alone?
Why, yes. Why?
I thought Mr. Reed might come with you.
Mr. Reed was unable to come. He's busy with the district attorney about this Ferranti case.
I see. Well, what can we do for you?
Now, my paper would like to know all about international enterprises.
Mike Axford's tailing me. Good, now's our chance to get him. We've got to beat it.
That's fine, Mr. Krogan. I had no idea your company was connected with so many industries.
No, we're quite a concern. Business is increasing every day, and we give our customers a fair return on their investment.
I'm sure you do. Oh, by the way, your company does quite a bit of construction work. Do you have any labor troubles?
Labor troubles?
Yes, your company employs so many men, I thought maybe you might have bumped up against Ferranti in some of his activities. Ferranti was intimidating and robbing the men of the association.
So I understand. But I never heard of Ferranti until your newspaper started his campaign against him.
Well, thanks for the interview, Mr. Krogan. You've been a lot of help.
Think they've got anything?
I don't know. I wonder why he brought up the name of Ferranti.
You think this investigation's liable to be dangerous?
I think ahead, Franks. That's why I'm head of this syndicate. And I think it's time we change the base of our operations to some other city.
Told the others?
No, I've chosen you for my confidant because you have the keenest brain of any of my followers.
Gee, boss, I'm glad you got confidence in me.
To show you how much I trust you, I'm going to let you in on a secret. For the past 2 months, I've had Kane quietly disposing of securities. Practically all the resources of the syndicate have been turned into cash, and it's in that safe.
Yeah, but if Kane's been selling this stuff, he must...
Oh, you overestimate Kane's intelligence. I gave him a plausible reason for selling, and he suspects nothing.
Tower and some of the others are outside.
Send them in. Hello, man. What's up?
Plenty. I gotta get in touch with the chief right away. Hello, Krogan. You were right. Reed did have the building watch. Mike Axford tailed us and... No, we didn't get him. The police interfered.
All right. Keep away from this building. I'll communicate with you through Kane. One of Reed's men spotted Tower leaving here. That means that you and I'll have to clear out tonight.
Tonight?
Yes. Go to Spike. Get him to prepare a time bomb at once.
A time bomb?
It'll be placed in that safe. We'll blow up the office, and I will appear to have been robbed and put out of the way.
If the chief's in danger, we ought to do something.
Don't worry about the chief. We're the ones that are in danger. Krogan means to run out on all of you.
Run out?
Without declaring a dividend?
What do you mean?
Some time ago, he came to me with a cock and bull story about accumulating a lot of money for a big enterprise. Since then, he's been turning everything into cash.
Why, that double-crossing. And I suppose he banked it in his personal account.
No, he'd want the money where he could put his hands on it in a hurry. Unless I miss my guess, he's got over $500,000 in his office safe right now.
In his office safe, eh? Why, I can open that box easier than you can open a can of sardines. We're getting that money tonight.
Yeah, but Krogan may be there.
It'll be just fine. Come on. If we can believe Krogan, his business is on the up and up. He's even willing to have his books examined. I'd say we made a wrong guess if it wasn't for the guy that Axford is trailing.
Well, that man could have been in the building and still had nothing to do with Krogan. We'll have to wait till Axford reports.
You were right, Reed. Krogan's our man. Send a load of cops.
Why'd you trail that guy?
I trailed him into an alley. Like a bloodhound, I was on his track. And when I come out the other end, he vanished like a spook.
And you used to be a cop.
Hey.
Cato, Mr. Axford is asleep. Good. He might decide to do something on his own and spoil our plans. Lock the door.
You believe this Krogan is the head of the syndicate, Mr. Britt?
That's something for the Green Hornet to find out. If Krogan isn't the man, he knows who is.
Get the cases. We ought to divide with the others?
Never divide unless you have to.
How much time have we?
15 minutes. She'll crack at midnight.
You still think I'm right about not dividing, don't you, Franks?
Absolutely right, Krogan.
Drop that gun, Krogan.
Green Hornet.
Indulging in a little private murder, eh, Krogan? Get back to your desk.
What do you want?
The head of the crime syndicate. And I think I've got him at last.
You've guessed right, Hornet. I am the head. And you're here for a cut-in. But you'll have to talk fast.
What's the rush?
I'm leaving here in 5 minutes to catch the China Clipper.
I want more than a cut-in.
All right. What is it?
A written statement listing all your associates.
There's $500,000 in those cases. I'll give you the statement you want. On one condition. That we split the money 50-50. But I've got to get away from here.
Take up your pen. I'll dictate the terms.
There's a light. Someone's up there. All the better. We know what to do with him.
Sign it.
Drop that gun, Hornet. So that's your game, Krogan. Partnership with the Green Hornet, leaving the rest of us to hold the bag.
Get out quick. There's a bomb.
Shut up, you. Keep him covered while I tear the Hornet's mask off.
How do you do, Mr. Reed? Hello, Chief. Glad to have you here. I hope it's not official business.
Well, in a way, it is. Krogan's confession, which reached us anonymously, has enabled us to arrest most of his followers in the last 48 hours.
Oh, that's splendid.
Because of the important part played by the Sentinel in breaking up this crime ring, the mayor has empowered me to present to you this badge of honorary police commissioner.
Well, now, hold on, Chief. I've done nothing but sit at my desk. This honor and badge of office should go to these two men who have been on the front line.
Well, Axford, man of action here, did all the fighting.
Ah, go on, will you? Chief, Lowry's right. Axford here is the battle-scarred veteran.
Thanks, Reed. And you, Chief, I'll wear it with a great deal of pride and try to live up to all it stands for.
I still think the Green Hornet deserves the medal. And someday I'm going to pin one on him.
Well, Casey, what do you mean by
Welcome to the evening news. A new theft has been committed in another of our city's museums. According to police, their number one suspect is the wanted criminal, the Green Hornet. But the latter claims he is innocent and wishes to prove it by the only way he knows, that is to say, by delivering the true thief to the police.
Again, and I got him down there so good, you know what I'm saying? You should have seen him, man. Finish this later. You take care of those two, okay?
It's over, Fuzzy. End of the road. 3 thefts in the same week. You should have known that was a bad idea.
No. You should have known. I'm never alone. Looks like it's the end of the road for you, instead.
Well, here we go.
As usual, boss.
So, let's go.
How nice of you to drop by. You really don't know when to quit, do you? Well, now you've got a really big problem on your hands.
I think you're too stupid to elaborate those thefts on your own. There's somebody else running the show. I want a name.
No name.
We don't have time. Cato, fix it. I said I want a name.
No name? You know I'm a good talker. You know just how easily I can talk. I'm a good talker. Please?
Yeah. I gotta go. I'll call you back later.
Well, if it isn't a famous Green Hornet and his equally famous acolyte Cato, why the honor of such a visit? Pray, come in.
We're not here on a social call. We know who you are and what you're up to. All those thefts you organized only had one purpose: to distract our attention. What are you hiding, Carmine?
Be aware that we're watching you. Mr. Reed, I'm not hiding. And be sure, I'm watching you too.
Sorry, boss.
I know.
I had to talk. It was tough, you know. They didn't give me a choice.
Come on. It's nothing. They have no proof. Everything's under control.
Thanks. You know me, boss. I'm no easy talker.
I have a mission for you. Don't fail it.
We interrupt our programs for a special news flash. The notorious thefts in our city's museums have just come to an end. Indeed, 6 individuals belonging to the same gang have just been delivered to the police by the Green Hornet, thus proving his innocence. The Green Hornet has declared that from now on, he hopes the police forces will collaborate with him in his fight against crime, which leads us to conclude that this is not the last we'll hear from this mysterious character. Good night.
Faster than a streak of lightning, more powerful than the pounding surf, mightier than a roaring hurricane. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Stupid. It's about time you showed up. Come on, hand it over.
Okay, boss. Here it is. This is a swell racket, boss. And this Superman outfit, it works like a charm. Gee, boss, that was only a fin.
Next time, it'll be a Mickey fin.
Friend turns foe. Well, that's ridiculous. It couldn't be Superman. What do you make of it, Clark?
Hey, you two. The editor wants you to cover the opera tonight. And don't forget, it's formal.
Good. Now I can wear my new evening gown. It is Superman.
Well, my double's in for some trouble.
got me all wrong. It ain't me. Honest, it ain't me. It's the boss. He made me do it. Oh, take it easy, will you, Mr. Superman? Give me a chance. I'll come clean. I'll talk. Honest, I'll talk. Oh, don't touch me.
I knew there was more to this story.
Well, did you enjoy the opera? What's the matter, stupid? Did you lose your tongue? Don't stand there like a dummy. Give me the jewels. Are you trying to double-cross me? Why, you...
Hey, boss, that's Mr. Superman.
Well, I didn't expect to see you here.
Next time you'll play Superman.
Boy, have I got a story. What's the matter, Bright Eyes? The opera get you down?
Just been dreaming I was Superman.
Fine Superman you'd make.
Well, I can dream, can't I?
Hello, back again. That was quick. Now, that was the end of Chapter 15 of The Green Hornet Strikes Again. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we're going to run a whole series of Batman, and Robin. 2 serials that were made. We have excellent copies of those. That's why we're running those instead of a Superman. So, catch us next week for those. And thanks again for tuning in. This is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show. Good night. Hope to see you again.
Thank you.